So, it continues. Hello there, welcome back to Max Plays Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. It is the third episode of our returning adventure into the world of lawyerly antics in Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. In the previous episode, Larry Butts came back to our rescue, the unlikely hero of the story, and now we left on that cliffhanger ending, and I'm slightly uncertain about what I was going to choose, because spoilers, it's been a little while. I'm recording episodes in smaller chunks, because they are larger episodes, but anyhow, explain who is this sitting on the boat, said Mr. Von Karma. Is it the murderer and Hammond, Edgeworth and the murderer, or Edgeworth and Hammond? I think that it's not this one, because that's clearly what everyone has been assuming, so it can't be that answer. I don't think it's Edgeworth and the murderer, because it seems a little weird. I'm gonna go with the first option, so to make the assumption that whoever murdered Hammond was with him on the boat. It was the murderer and Robert Hammond. Wrong answer?
What are you saying? That contradicts what you just told the court. You said that Robert Hammond had been killed 25 minutes before the gunshot.
Yes, that's right.
Also, might I mention, the defendant, Mr. Edgeworth, has admitted to being on that boat.
Right, Your Honor. Crash and burn, my favorite paradigm.
Mr. Wright, your client has already been declared guilty once. I'm going to have to penalize you for this foolishness. Bah, I will ask you one more time, Mr. White. Explain who this is on boat.
Alright, so it's clearly not this one. And it's not this one because that's what everyone assumes, so it has to be Edgeworth and the murderer.
Yeah, of course, it was Edgeworth and the murderer.
There, nailed it on the first try.
After the murderer killed Robert Hammond at 11:50, he assumed the guise of Mr. Hammond and met Edgeworth.
Oh my god, phone, I need you to be loud. Thank you.
What? Are you serious? I'm the judge. Is this really the correct voice? Yes, it is.
Yes, that is the correct voice, Your Honor. Edgeworth won't tell us why he went to the lake that night. However, I have a hunch. That night, Roberto Hammond called Edgeworth to the lake. Now, Edgeworth didn't know Robert Hammond's face that well. That's why he didn't suspect anything when the murderer took Robert Hammond's place.
I'm not sure what to make of all of this.
Ludicrous.
Mr. Wright, tell us the name of the murderer then.
The murderer's name? Right, it's...
Okay, well, it's clearly not Edgeworth. It's clearly not Lotta Hart, because we have basically no evidence. We have no evidence that it's Lotta Hart. We literally don't. Also, we have, This seems like the joke answer. I don't know.
Actually, I don't know the murderer's name.
You don't know?
Bah. Again, you waste our time, Mr. White.
I don't know because he never told us. The murderer is the caretaker of the boat shop, that old man. At 11:50, he was the one who killed Robert Hammond.
The caretaker of the boat shop? Where did he do this? There weren't any boats on the lake at that time.
Why would he have to go all the way out on the lake just to shoot someone, Your Honor? May I suggest that the real scene of this crime was not on a boat?
What? Well then, where did the murder take place?
Just show the judge where the murder really took place. Please show the judge where the murderer touched you? No, backpedaling really hard.
Whoa, Phoenix, I didn't think you would go there. Alright, where did it happen? Here. At the boat rental place. Oh, I have to present it, okay. I don't think it was here because Larry was around this area. I don't think it was around Loda because we would have seen it. It was near on the road rental.
Here, of course, the boat shop where he lives. The way he could meet with the victim without anyone seeing.
Do you have proof that the boat shop was the scene of the crime?
Recall Larry's testimony, if you will.
I love this song. I love the song so much.
That night he was out on the lake in a boat, searching for something. Also, I'm about to search for something else. I will be right back.
And I'm back.
That night he was out on the lake in a boat, searching for something. He finds it and returns the boat. Then, just as he's starting to head for home, he hears a gunshot. He heard a gunshot, Your Honor, even though he was hearing headphones at the time. In other words, the gunshot was very, very close by. Or within the same vicinity, really, because that's how sound works. And where would that be if he had just returned the boat?
The boat shop.
Whoa, Nick, you're the coolest.
Mr. Wright, what happened that night on Gert Lake? Please tell the court from the beginning. I can't stand for all this non-linear storytelling. I've never been one for that Tarantino, man.
Yes, Your Honor.
Nick, are you sure about this?
Not really. But I think if I start at the beginning, we'll figure everything out. Also, I don't really have a choice. And I take it slow, I might just be able to figure this out. We'll make it up as we go. That night, the caretaker of the boat shop called Robert...
Oh. There has to be a better way of phrasing the sentence, right? Anyways,
the caretaker of the boat shop called Robert Hammond to his shop. That is to say that the caretaker called Robert, not that is to say that the caretaker of the boat shop was called Robert.
That's a confusion right there.
This was around 11:50.
Oh my god, Max. Sorry, I'm just here trying to fight back the strongest sneeze of all time. But I am stronger than you, Sneeze. I am stronger than you will ever be, Sneeze.
That was when the gunshot that Larry heard was fired.
I'm fighting the Sneeze so bad. And I'm weak. I'm so weak, I'll be right back.
And so we're back.
Shame. So much shame.
That was when the gunshot that Larry heard was fired. After that, the caretaker put on Robert Hammond's coat. He became Roberto Hammond, caretaker extraordinaire. Then he got in the boat with Edgeworth, wouldn't it technically be on the boat, and went out into the middle of the lake.
Then, who fired the pistol on the boat, Mr. Wright?
I actually wonder this. You know what? I think it was Edgeworth, actually. You know why? Because, wait, slow down. Because Boat Taker Man killed Edgeworth's father. And Hammond is actually the one who defended him. So I'm going to assume by the sort of like negative nature of everything, by which I'm saying is that up is down, down is up, cats are dogs, dogs are cats, that suddenly there was a better joke to that. Up is down is up, dogs are cats, and Ugg boots are back in, something like that. Anyways, since boatman killed the guy who defended him, I must assume that he also wanted to kill Edgeworth because he's crazy.
Of course it was the murderer who shot the pistol, Your Honor. He shot twice. Both missed Edgeworth on purpose.
Wait a minute.
Yes. Also, don't we have a freaking autopsy report showing... Oh, sometime on the 24th or 25th. Okay. I guess that kind of makes sense now that I think of that. Yes.
Why would he shoot twice if he didn't mean to hit anyone?
Well, Your Honor, sometimes you give somebody a warning shot and they don't get it. So you gotta give them another warning shot. And another one. And another one. Details.
You are kind of in a court of justice, Phoenix. It's kind of all about the details. All about those details.
Know this, Mr. White. The moment you run out of explanations is the moment you lose.
Snap, snap.
That was why the murderer had to fire twice.
This down here, by the way, I'm once again holding the mouse in my left hand because I guess I'm using this LP as a way to learn how to become ambidextrous. Also because I'm drinking tea with the other hand. This one down here seems like really good. This here is like, because I guess, no. You know what? Shooting the gun twice would mean that there would be multiple shots of Lora's camera taken. So I'm gonna go with that because it sounds smart.
I believe he shot twice to create a witness, Your Honor.
Create a witness?
The murderer lifts his pistol and fires one shot. That ensures that anyone who heard that shot would look at the lake. Indeed, Miss Hart did exactly that after hearing the first gunshot. Next, the murderer waits a bit and fires again. Then... the murderer jumps from the boat himself, leaving the pistol in the boat behind him.
I see.
He has his eyes closed, you guys.
To someone looking from the edge of the lake, it would almost appear that one of the men on the boat had shot the other.
The murderer didn't know about the automatic camera, of course. That's why he shot twice to draw attention to the boat. Once you realize that, everything else falls into place, Your Honor. The boat shop caretaker swam back to his shop. Then he put Mr. Hammond's wet coat, the wet coat, back on the body. And then threw the body into the lake. This is what happened, Your Honor. These are the events that transpired that night on Gerd Lake.
Guilty. I'm sorry. I was thinking of another trial that I'm supposed to wrap up after this one. He's getting all life in prison. Anyhow, bailiff, bring out the witness from before, that crazy man. The boat shop caretaker, quickly.
What about me?
Get out of here, Larry. You have done your good.
Okay, the song is way too relaxed.
Very well. While we're waiting for the caretaker, I would like to ask the defendant, Miles Edgeworth, a few questions.
Wow, the defendant actually giving, like, a testimony at a trial?
Mr. Edgeworth, please take the stand. Mr. Edgeworth, you heard what the defendant said, did you not?
Yes.
Well, what do you think about it? How do you rate his testimony? On a scale from 1 to 10, 10 being an average Larry testimony and 10 being a legitimately interesting and engaging testimony, how would you rate it?
About a 5.
Why did you go to the lake that night?
Huh. What Wright has said was mostly correct, except for the whole being wrong thing. Astonishingly so, actually. He can be quite right when he puts his mind to it. He can also be quite dreamy. Anyhow, yes. Several days ago, I received a letter. The letter was signed Robert Hammond. He asked me to come to the boat shop by the Take two. He asked me to come to the boat shop by the lake at midnight on Christmas Eve. There need to be like a comma there somewhere. So I can wage how long is the sentence gonna go? He said he had something important to discuss with me.
Something important?
I am sorry. I can't say what it was, as I never got to actually talk with him. Your Honor, sir!
Bailiff, we're conducting a trial here, boy. I asked that you remain quiet.
The witness has disappeared! He isn't at the boat shop either!
What?
What should I do?
Well, find him quickly, and please turn 14 already. You have a tiny little boy voice. We can't allow the witness to get away.
Alright, well, this has definitely taken a turn for the crazy.
Mr. Von Karma, your witness has disappeared while he was in your watch. I think that by extension you are now the guilty. Life in prison.
A search warrant has already been issued by the LA police.
It goes without saying that I cannot declare a verdict under these circumstances. I will extend the trial until tomorrow, the final day allowed.
Damn.
I request that the police department utilize all of its forces to find that witness. Am I understood? You are to deploy your greatest weapon yet. A weapon to surpass Metal Gear. Missile the dog.
Oh, not Missile the dog. Strongest dog in all of Germany, Russia, Karmaland.
And one more thing. Just who is that boat shop caretaker? Who is that mysterious masked man? I believe they call him Tuxedo Mask. Even though he's actually wearing a cocktail suit, but anyhow, I think his identity has become very important to this trial.
I love it when a fact becomes really important for the search of truth.
I want him, and I want to know who he is. And you better get me that report on my desk by tomorrow morning, McCluskey.
Who is this McCluskey makes references on many LPs? I do not understand.
Very well. Court is adjourned.
The answer for that being my Shadowrun Returns LP. Yeah! Oh, McCluskey, everybody loves you. McCluskey's a really good character. A bit of an asshole, but being a little bit of an asshole is okay. Okay, he's a little bit more than a little bit of an asshole, but you get what I'm saying. Tea time. This tea's finally at a drinkable temperature.
December 27, 1:22 p.m. District Court Defendant Lobby, numero dos.
Fun fact, 27. Fun fact, 27 is my lucky number. Yay, Nick! You did it!
I didn't do anything, Maya. We got an extension on the extension. This is like filing your taxes late. There's no reason for celebration. Well, at least we got out from under that guilty verdict.
And what about Larry? That was something else, huh? He was actually useful, for once. Even Von Karma didn't know what to do with his testimony. It was all over the place. I recorded a little bit on my phone. I'm gonna put it up on YouTube.
Maya, It's 2016? Or 1? I don't even know anymore.
Larry really helped us out. We should really treat him to some OJ or something.
Sure. Once I sifted through his unique testimony. Still, he did save us. He is the unlikely hero of this adventure. I just wish our cases weren't so down to the wire all the time. Can I just get some easy cases, you guys?
I know what you mean. Sometimes I feel like it's us on trial instead of our clients. You know, that's actually pretty accurate.
Hey, Edgeworth. How you doing there, buddy? Want a little hug? A little kiss? No? No? Ah, well, up an offer for you, if you ever want some.
Oof, that sounded a lot different than I intended. Is it just me, or like Edgeworth looks way too square? I mean, he's a little bit of a square, but like this frame, it makes me think that like he's not actually wearing the jacket, blazer. Like he's actually wearing it over his shoulders. But anyhow, back to the left hand. Mr. Edgy Edgeworth, the Rufflesworth.
Huh. Sorry, I was daydreaming a little bit. Did you say something?
Don't look so pained. I mean, it looks like you're probably going to get off the hook. You could try to smile, just a little. Relax.
Maya, I don't think it's easy. I mean, it's definitely easy to say that when you're on this side of the guilty verdict. Also, when people haven't been murdered near you in the last 48 hours.
Also, like, to his credit, Edgeworth has been dealing with this for like 3 days back to back, so it's a little extreme.
Oh, see, the music is dying out, which means that it's time to be dramatic. I am sorry, but I fear it's not over for me just yet.
What do you mean?
Right. There's something that's been troubling me for a long time now. And I don't know whether or not to tell you.
Edgeworth, it's fine. You can tell me anything. Did the judge get you on playing Love Life School Idol Festival? If so, it's okay. I knew you were more of a coterie kind of guy. It's fine. He tried to get me in on it. Offered me love gems and all of that stuff, but you know, I just love my Razor phone. I'm not gonna go get an Android or an iPhone just for some love lives. Anyhow, yes, what were you gonna say, Edgeworth?
No. There is so little time left. I want to tell you, to get it off my chest, but... What, do you hear that? That's the sound of countless fans scribbling away at their most dedicated, loving fanfic, even taking these words out of context.
What do you mean? In context, these words are beautiful.
But, I can't make up my mind.
What is this about, Edgeworth?
It's a nightmare I've had. A memory of a crime that I committed.
Did you kill your dad, Edgeworth?
A crime you committed?
A memory of a murder.
Edgeworth, you killed your To be next stage! This freaking trial is so long. Ironically, it hasn't been anywhere near as long as the freaking Steel Samurai. That took forever and a half.
December 27, 2:11 p.m. Wright and Company, law offices. Oh, it's the sad song. I hate the sad song.
What was Mr. Edgeworth talking about?
A memory of a crime I committed.
Flashback.
A memory of a murder.
Do you really think Mr. Edgeworth killed Mr. Edgeworth Sr.?
Huh. I don't believe it. Not Edgeworth. He's a little stiff. He can be mean at times. He can crush paper cups like he's a heartless man, but murder? I don't buy it. He's too precious for that. Some painful memory has been troubling him recently. But he'd never take someone's life. Never!
Oh, it's actually really cute. Aww. Phoenix is defending Edgeworth, you guys. Nick?
Yo! How's everybody doing?
Kicks down the door.
What do you think of my performance today? Hey, by the way, I brought with me the happy music. Wipe away those frowns, it's time to smile. I had him swooning in the aisles, huh, Maya? Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, wiggle, wiggle.
I am 14.
Oh, whoops! Hey, Nick, please change the subject.
Swooning? Me? Oh, yes, I do remember feeling a little bit faint, though I was also really dehydrated by then.
Right on! Remember to stay hydrated. Tell me the truth, by the way.
Wow, this conversation is really going, it's going there. I guessed it, but it's still going there.
Tell me the truth, girl. Was it like love at first sight? Right? Right, Nick?
Huh? Me? Listen, Larry, I've known you for a long while. It's a little hard to fall in love at first sight when I've known you since like first grade. Well, maybe my heart skipped a beat or two.
I love that. That's actually really nice of him.
You know what? Maybe my heart did skip a little beat, a little bit.
A little beat? Ha!
Huh. I think the happy music faded away. I think you can do a lot better than that, Nick. Come on, I saved you. I'm the hero of this story. Come on, I saved Edgeworth in there, dude. Edgy. You guys should be bowing before me. Yeah, bow before your hero.
I love the tone of this story because it's sad, it's silly, it's really silly.
Larry, you really did help out in the trial today. Even when it seemed that you didn't want to, you somehow managed to be a good friend.
And I'm picturing like Phoenix reaching out and just patting Larry in the back. You did. If you weren't there, Larry, I'm sure Mr. Edgeworth would have been found guilty. Totes.
But seriously, Nick, that boat shop caretaker guy's pretty suspicious. I wouldn't trust him with my dog.
Where's that joke from? Because that joke is not mine. Anyways,
but Edgy ain't off the hook just yet, man. Guys, we can't celebrate. Turn off the happy music. Edgy's in trouble, you guys.
Way to spoil the mood, Larry.
Hey, I'm just the guy sitting in the audience, you know? But from where I was sitting, Edgy seemed pretty, well, you know, edgy. I mean, can you really know he's telling the truth about that night?
Larry. God damn it, not another music change. Larry, we have to... The whole reason why you go on the podium is to say the truth. We can't be second guessing the truth. If so, the entire judicial system falls apart, Larry.
Nick?
I'm sorry, Maya. I'm really passionate about this whole law thing. I took out a lot of student loans to be this lawyer man. And I can't stand here to Larry's nonsense. I don't know. I don't know anymore. But what I do know is I am going to believe in you two until the end. Even you, Larry.
Us too?
Edgeworth and who else? You mean me, right?
Nah, he means me. Right, Nick?
Yeah. You, Larry.
I wish, like, the U was italicized.
Not
Not me. Sob, sob. But why you, Larry? Huh? Actually, yeah. Why me, Nick? This is actually some of the best freaking dialogue of all freaking time.
Ellipses.
Enough with the silent treatment. Do I have to present something? Do I have to present something? Oh, no, I pressed the chord report by mistake, okay. Okay, so that was it. I hope that was it. I sure hope I don't have to go back through this and all for a freaking piece of the chord report. Wait a minute. Okay, I'm actually gonna double check real quickly. Okay, I can't click on this. Okay, alright. I just want to make sure that I wasn't, like, making a mistake. Now let's just click through this super fast. All those musical changes. Okay, let's talk about Edgeworth. Tell me more about it. More about Edgy. Nick, why did you trust Mr. Edgeworth so much? I mean, he's changed recently. True, but when we first met him, he was kind of a jerk. But don't you think?
Well, he was a little bit of a jerk. But you didn't know him back then. Back when he was smaller, shorter, and way more pathetic. Back when he wanted to become a defense attorney.
Wait. Was that when you two were classmates?
Yes. Oh, it's time for the flashback music. It was great school. They saved me. Miles and Larry. They saved me, and they'll never forget it. That's why I became a defense attorney, you know?
What? Hey, Larry, what's he talking about?
Huh? Oh, sorry, pal. I kind of forgot. You know, I've saved your skin so many times, I don't even know which time you're talking about.
Okay, Nick, out with it. I'm going to hear this story today, and that's final.
Okay. Sit around, kids. It's kind of a long story, so hang in there.
When someone says it's a long story, it better be long. If this takes 3 minutes, I'm just gonna flip this table really casually, because that's not a long story. That's not a long story. There was hardly any description or dialogue throughout this story.
It was the beginning of spring, 4th grade. I knew from the moment that he walked through my door that he would be trouble. He came to me with his copy of Pokemon Yellow, wanting to trade me his Hunter so he could get a Gengar. Little did he know, I had already traded all the Pokemons I needed with Larry, so I had no need. But even so, I thought, you know, Edgy, I'm gonna make your dreams come true.
What sort of noir story am I picturing except with Pokemons? Anyhow.
I was on trial. A class trial.
A class trial?
Hey, where's the music? I thought we were gonna have the flashback music. You remember, Larry? Spring, 4th grade. Class trial. A kid in my class got his lunch money stolen.
Lunch money?
Our school was really small, Maya. Every month, kids would bring in an envelope with money for lunch from home.
Huh, I see.
Anyway, this kid's envelope disappeared, with $38 still inside.
Oh yeah, now that you mention it, I do remember that. It was the most dramatic time of our childhood.
I can see what you had forgotten, though. You were out of school that day. Anyway.
So we're literally just writing Larry right out of this scene. But didn't he save you, Phoenix? Anyways.
Anyway, the envelope had been stolen during PE class. I was coming down with a cold, so I'd skipped PE that day. I was the only one not in class.
So they thought you did it?
Yeah, the kids in class said I should be put on trial.
Trial?
So the next day we held a classroom trial, with me as the defendant.
Oh, this is adorable. This is adorable. You know what? He's gonna have the exact same voice.
I didn't do it!
Guilty! Guilty, he did it! Guilty!
It was you! Give me my money back! You're such a meanie, I hate your hair! Ah, is it true you have a crush on that other boy? Oh, we're not gonna pay, we're not gonna do it no more! Oh, you shouldn't be around in the real, give me the 50 cents I owed you!
Also, I think my taskbar shut up there for a second, just shh. Now, Phoenix, you know you shouldn't steal other people's money, right? It's not a good thing, and you don't want to be a bad person, right?
In the end, even the teacher thought I had done it.
Apologize to the class, Phoenix.
I didn't know what was happening. What the hell was on my shirt? Is that a Pokemon? Let's say it was a Pokemon. It was my favorite Pokemon, Lickitung.
You know what? Phoenix would like a Lickitung. Yeah.
I was so sad. I couldn't stop crying. Everyone was staring at me like I had done it, like I was a criminal. I tried to apologize. I went over to where the boy was sitting. Excuse me, forgetting that the word where existed. And then, that's when it happened.
Objection. He shouldn't have to apologize. The only thing that belongs in a trial is evidence.
Who's that? That voice sounds like a 30-year-old.
Anything else has no place. My name is Miles Edgeworth, and you should all be ashamed. Puh, amateurs.
Miles? Look at this nerd. Oh, the start of the ruffles right there.
It wasn't you who stole the money, was it?
And no, it wasn't me.
Then you shouldn't have to apologize. Everybody's been shouting you did it, but no one has any proof. That is why, Your Honor, this boy is innocent.
But Miles, it was your money that was stolen. It was Miles's money, and he's defending Phoenix.
Yeah, he did it. He's the one. But we don't need no proof.
Why don't you all just shut up?
That was Larry. Huh.
Yeah, why don't you all just shut up? Also, am I wearing pants in this photo? Oh, those school days. I would show up to school without pants. Those were simpler days.
Larry, you're not wearing pants right now.
Those were simpler days. Anyhow, this is how it always is. Everybody ganging up and picking on one person. Just think how he feels. He said he didn't do it, so he didn't do it.
Okay, so that happened the previous day, I must assume, because he said that Larry wasn't there on that day, so he came back the day after the money was stolen. Very well. We clearly don't have stuff to learn about, so let's just go on with this class trial. Oh my god, is this where the idea of, like, where the name class trial was taken for, like, Danganronpa and stuff like that? Because that would be kind of adorable. I will replace the money myself. I hardly make enough money as a teacher, but I guess I'll cover for you kids. I guess. You know, if there's like 30 students here, we could just like each give $1. You don't have to take the whole blame, Miss Teacher person. This class trial is over.
Despair. Oh man, I kind of thought the class trial would end up with, someone dead or something. Despair.
And that's my Monokuma impression.
Monobear!
Anyhow,
That's how it happened. After that, the three of us were always friends.
wow, that wasn't a long story at all. But I had no idea, Nick.
Oh yeah, I had no idea either. I mean, I forgot. Also, I'm not wearing pants.
That's when I learned what it meant to be alone. Totally alone, without a friend in the world.
You did a good thing, Larry.
Yeah, well, I was just lucky that I took that day off from school. If I'd been there, they would have thought I had done it. So, I took it kind of personally, see?
When something smells, it's usually the butts.
Edgeworth's goals.
Anyway, Ashworth and I talked after the class trial. That's when I heard his father was a defense attorney. I remember his eyes would shine when he talked about his father. How he was the coolest man and he would never die at a young age and leave him stranded alone.
I am going to become a defense attorney, just like my dad. He would never die at a young age and leave me behind. A famous defense attorney.
Then, a few months later, the unthinkable happened. He suddenly transferred to another school.
The DL6 incident.
Right. I am not sure. But the transfer probably had to do with his father's death. Probably. I kinda had a feeling. Saying as how he clearly didn't have a mother, I guess. 'Cause I don't know why maybe his parents were separated. Who knows? Do I have parents? Maya, do you have a dad? Anyways, this character... Maya, do you have a younger, much more smaller version of you that happens to be your little sister that may or may not be part of the cast in the next game? No? Good, because that would be kind of dumb, wouldn't it?
I actually haven't played the second game, so I don't know if that character's annoying or not. She seems like she would be super likely to be like Scrappy Doo level, so maybe bad, but who knows. Also, it's weird, because like, yo Max, in the second game you get a smaller version of Maya, and I'm just like, why? Maya's already not good enough at her magical powers. Getting a younger version of her, who's even worse at the whole magical thing. I don't know. But I trust the writing in these games. It's been pretty good so far. That's so sad.
Yes, truly sad. Sorry, I spaced out a little bit thinking about a smaller version of you who joins the cast in the next game. Anyhow, it was several years later when I heard Edgeworth's name again. There was an article about him in the newspaper. The headline was something like, "Dark Suspicions of a Demon Attorney." It was the most badass name of all freaking time.
Dank suspicions.
A terrible rogue attorney, fabricating evidence, manipulating testimonies, covering up the facts. The article said he'll do anything to get a guilty verdict. Anything. Even that kind of stuff.
But why? What happened?
What happened?
I mean, that's not the Edgy I used to know at all. It's almost like people change and develop over the years, and maybe the person you knew when you were young is no longer the person that you know now when you're an adult. Anyhow, what is air?
That's what I thought too. Exactly that. I tried to get in touch with him. I don't know how many times. But he never replied. He never returned my calls.
I guess he didn't want to see his old friends.
I couldn't just drop it though. I wanted to meet him, to learn why he had become who he became. That's when I decided.
Wait, you don't mean? Yo, timer, this is dramatic time right now. You don't mean? That's why? That's why you became a defense attorney? To meet Edgeworth? Oh god. Countless fanfics. Countless stories is spawning from this very line right now. It's like staring at the birth of a galaxy. Sprawling countless stories. A little star, a moment of candid love and compassion and affection between two characters. And a great line connecting them all. A point from which storytelling emerges. To meet Edgeworth. I know people in the comments were like, I don't ship it. I believe it. I believe it. I believe it super hard. I can't unsee it now. Beautiful. 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 Anyways, let's do a couple more lines and then call it an episode.
If I was a defense attorney, I knew he would have to meet me whether he wanted it or not. In court. Edgeworth, he believed in me, and I believe in him. He's in pain, and no one's on his side.
This is actually really good writing.
I'm the only one who knows the real Edgeworth. I'm the only one who can help him.
Whoa, Nick. So that's why you helped me out for free?
Kinda, yes. I helped you because I believed in you, Larry. Except I don't remember saying I did it for free. But anyhow.
Oh, Nick!
I'm picturing freaking butts just like hugging Nick right now. Nick? We have to save Mr. Edgeworth if it's the last thing we do, okay?
Right. And it very well may be.
First, there's that rental boat shop caretaker. We need to find out who or what he is.
Are you implying he may be some sort of demon?
Excuse me.
I would settle for who. I guess I can clean out some of this evidence I no longer need. Okay, let's go.
Actually, I want to see what we lost. Yo, we lost a bunch of stuff. That's good, that's good. Less options is always better than more options. Actually, that's not true. More options is usually better, but not in this case.
Alright, let's go.
And I will see you on the next episode. For the time being, thank you for watching. Thank you for spending a little bit of your day with me, and we'll see where this story progresses on the next one.